welcome. It's your boy, Trust My Levels. I have not been here in a while, but I am still here, of course. So, coming back with a market overview, actually, a recap from today. So, today, me and the team in the trade dominance group got it in. At first, everybody was trading by themselves. And then we had a collaboration of the minds get together for the afternoon session, and we pulled a few accounts out of the depths of Hades. Okay, we pulled the accounts out of the depths, ended the day pretty good. Yeah, it was a fun time. So let's go through these real quick. So I've introduced the group to a few tickers in futures. Okay, so a lot of people trade ES. A lot of people, that's where they stop. So yeah, we introduced one. A lot of people say, "Oh, you give us one and then you take it away and then you go to something else." But I'm slowly introducing, the group to different tickers so that if one is not moving, we have 5 others to look for or 6 others to look through to figure out what's going on. So I'm just going through those right now and see what happened today. Most of them have the same exact movement. So, here we are with light crude oil. So right now I have my Fibonacci retracements here. Our profit box ended up starting at 70.91 to 71.66, and you can see both of those targets were hit very recent after market open. So today was a going, like, the market went hard today. That's all I gotta say. Market went hard today. So yeah, we just had to get in, and a lot of us this morning were having the issue of, all right, we're pushing up. When are you coming down? Because this whole week it's been a lot of drops. And then next thing you know, on Friday, we're in the mind frame of drop. And each of these drops that came in, I know it got me a couple times. Like this morning session with these drops, they got me. I mean, they got me this morning. So yeah, especially some of these here and then pushing up and then dropping down. But yeah, let's just run through these. So of course, boom, profit boxes here to there for CL 70.91. CL opened up from their nightly. Matter of fact, let me turn this off here. So extended hours. So they opened up almost $1, $2 above where they were. So $1.50 from their close from yesterday. So they had a nice little overnight session. $1.50, $2 move overnight. So yeah. All right. So that's CL. Okay, we're gonna go over to ES. ES today, I mean, it did its thing. Of course, they did their thing. So yeah, they had a nice little gap, and then their first profit target was here at 41.29 there, and then the second profit target was at 41.47. Again, we immediately went to these profit targets. Boom, bounced off of that one there, came up. We hesitated here again at that 41.29, and then it pushed right back up and started taking out the next profit targets. And then after that, we started to hit this 41.47. This 41.47 was a profit target we were looking at. And once you start seeing what NQ was doing, NASDAQ versus ES, you can see the ES was lagging behind for a long time. But then it pushed up, went up to 41.63 above our monthly fib target of 41.55. And then it came right back down in the inside of that and tapped the 41.47 again. And then it was done. So another one here is gold. Again, gold had a gap down. We gapped down, boom. They went to their first profit target. Second profit target, it bounced off the second profit target, pushed up again, gave us a nice little H pattern, pushed us down, gave us a little H, and then it just slowly rolled down to the third profit target down here, 2011.1. So you had a nice little range here from 2040 all the way down to 2011. That was a nice range of potential trading. And then it started to push back up. It pushed back up to the second profit box. So gold was a good thing to trade too today. I didn't touch gold because we were messing with NQ. But yeah. NQ. Okay, NQ. When I say this thing messed me up this morning, oh my goodness. But again, in the afternoon, we took care of it. After lunch, we took care of NQ. I ain't got to worry about it now. But yeah, again, another gap up. Boom, profit target was the first profit target was at 131. I'm sorry, 13,175, and then 13,217. That was our first profit box. And after that, I mean, this thing immediately went to those profit targets, took those out, and started to head to our next profit target at 13,285 and 13,227. So NQ was pushing it today. I'm talking about pushing it today. So, hit some nice little profit targets. And today was a day of looking at divergence and how divergence messed me up this morning. Because I don't know if you watch Russell this morning, Russell had pushed up, but it started to drop more. If you can look here from 948 to 952, it was in divergence from NQ, because as you saw in the last chart, NQ was pushing up. So 942, 940 to 948. Let's go back to NQ real quick. And you can see 942 to 958, there was no push down. There's nothing pushed down on NQ. It was continuing to go up. And I posted in the chat, I was like, it looks like NQ is lying. So of course, I was ready to go based on what Russell was doing, because Russell sometimes leads the market. And when Russell was leading, I'm like, okay, if Russell is dropping, NQ is still trying to push up, we have divergence. And I'm looking at that divergence, I'm like, okay, let's see what we can do. So then I had the bias to the downside. And as we can all see, Russell was the actual one that was lying, because NASDAQ just continued to push up. So I got short in that area, and then it just continued to push up. And I'm like, what is going on? And then for the rest of most of the day, you can see Russell remain flat for the rest of the day. And then in the afternoon, it started to push up, and then it made it to its profit target, its first profit target for the day. As you can see, NASDAQ hit its profit target, its third profit target. They were up here knocking out profit target on top of profit targets, but Russell was just chilling. It didn't make its profit target until 2:30. So, it was still some, good moves in Russell, but I allowed Russell to throw me off. And this bias right here threw me off, because during the week, when Russell was going the opposite direction than NASDAQ or Dow or something like that, got in those trades, boom, everybody caught up. So it did not work out today. So you just got to make sure that you are constantly refining the techniques that you're using, because again, this is not 100%. This is not 100% game. So you just get in here and constantly, what went wrong, and this is what went wrong today. My bias using Russell's divergence. Let's go over to Dow. Same thing. Dow was following along with Russell this morning, and it dropped a little bit. So that's what gave me another confirmation saying, okay, NQ is probably going to start pulling back. It didn't. And then Dow came down, and then Dow remained slightly flat, but it hit its profit target. It hit its first profit target. So and the profit target was there at 33,650, I believe. Yeah, 33,650 over there. And then the second profit target was up there at 33,751, which it hit. And then that next profit target was up here at 33,793. So we had a nice move in YM, so Dow. And then the Treasury was a little bit rough. And as people in the strat world would say, hey, all of this here was inside of this candle, and it was. So anything after 8:30 was a little rough, but it gapped down again also. And once it gapped down, it hit its first profit target there. Second profit target was right there at 115,245. And then what did it do after that? It didn't make it down quite far down to its next profit target down here, but this first candle made it down there. So all of this here was all inside of this candle. So it was just back and forth all day. And that's pretty much it. Again, Russell threw us off. Just go back and look at Russell and Dow, and let's see what ES did at that time. ES turned over a little bit, but it did one of those, I'm not completing my H. All right, cool. Let me continue on up. And I missed that. I missed all of that. So, but yeah. this right here. I definitely gonna go back and study this right here because it messed me up. But yeah, we learned from our mistakes. And then we got in the afternoon, the team came in and we played NQ and CL with the help of Bookmap. Shout out to Bookmap. And man, we took this right. Oh my goodness. We saw those levels start popping in on Bookmap. And we just saw every time it dipped down, boom, it starts pushing back up, give you that little upside down U, upside down H, and start pushing up. Oh my goodness, it was great. And then the drop we were waiting for started to happen here once we got up here, because on Bookmap, they then came out with a lot of orders being sold. Some hidden orders were being sold around this area. And then we got into the play here. It came up, gave us an H, and then it gave us another H, and then it just dropped. And you could hear everybody on the call was like, okay, I'm targeting this bottom of this candle right here. And it was like I don't know what happened, but this one candle, I think it was this one, it started pushing back up, and everybody's like, okay, let's see what's gonna happen. Boom, next candle came down, pushed down, and we were out of that trade. So it was a very wonderful afternoon. The day in the beginning, it was crazy, but the afternoon was great. So but yeah, just hit us up. If you got any questions, send me a message, put a comment down below, and I will talk to you later. Have a good night.